Sunlight to all. Think about this. Being intentional, right? Turning over this new leaf. Having another chance at doing the right thing. Walking straight this time. How exciting. How optimistic. Let's discuss this. For fulfillment, we as beings, I will script scripture. I will script everyone's favorite line in the verses. Man is not made to be alone. Man was not created to be alone. So there is part of us that is not whole until we are together with whoever that is to us that makes us feel that feeling that fulfills us, makes us feel whole. But then there's another part of our being where we can make and become that for ourselves if necessary. We adapt. We become all that we need, all that we want. And we become who we need to be for ourselves. So you have women that are very strong, headstrong, independent. They become that for themselves. They are that. And it is a wonderful thing. But if there is men for women and women for men, there will always be something missing. Yes, you become this whole woman, this individual. You become this higher version of yourself. All that you need to be as a being created. That when Father looks down, you want him to be proud of you being you, not you being you for the world, you being you for the man, you being you for the women. No, you being you. You're still your own. You're a person. You're an individual. Just like you have to take care of yourself, just like he will tell you, take care of yourself. Just as he is a man, I am a woman. I have to take care of myself the way I have to as a woman. Where he does as a man. I still have to be all that I can be in order to give my all to the world, to the people, to myself. I still have to be. And then there is all those other wonderful things that can make me feel even more fulfilled, even more complete. So we have animals. We have the creatures of the earth. Oh, we love them. Yes, we love our birdies. We love our cats. We love our dogs. We love them. We love our fish. They comfort us. They make us feel loved and complete in a way. But then there's also this thing called man. This thing called woman. It's not just a woman's world. It's not just a man's world. No. You have man and woman. How exciting is that? You're not alone. You are no longer alone, Adam. You have Eve. And Eve, you have Adam. That communion, that's exciting. So here's the thing. When we are going from this person, that person, we all have done it. Maybe not all of us, but most of us. Remember, we're turning over a new leaf. We're being much more intentional, valuing ourselves fully. And I'm not speaking value as in the money, a dollar sign. No, value what your soul expects you to do. Do those things. Do the right thing. Guard yourself, reserve yourself, protect yourself. So that's the discussion this morning. That if you were intentional, but you had this control to be able to talk to this person, that person, what makes you, or at least what makes us, not give ourselves to just one person? Why does it have to be 2 people, 3 people, 4 people, 5 people? What is it telling us? What is our actions showing us? Is the person, are these people not enough? Because why do we do it? If we supposedly like this person, the first person, why are we bouncing around? Why are we messing with multiple other people in our big age, right? Questioning these things. Philosophy. What is the point? Why is that being done? Because if you don't like this person, let them go. There's nothing wrong with that. Because you're just like, okay, well, this person's not for me. But that's the thing. You'll keep this person around, knowing that you would never choose this person, marry this person, see a future for this person, but this person still has access to you. Whether you know it or not, you're still bringing this person into your journey ahead. You say, oh, I can't see this person in my future, but you're keeping this person around, and before you know it, they're still around. 10 years later. Wasting that person's time, wasting your time, it's not necessary if you are intentional. Because when you're intentional with someone, for example, with me, why would I want to find out that you're still someone that has access to you, someone from your past, someone that you're not interested in, someone that you don't see your future with, someone that's not your friend? Period. They're not your friend. Why are they still there? Are you a person that keeps these people around because of fear? Fear of missing out, fear of not having? You got to question these things, because the dotted line tells me that there's nothing for this person to continue in your life. There's nothing that should hold them there. There's nothing truly that should hold them there. And fear is something that doesn't exist. It's all in your mind. It's what you think. It's not what is. And what is that you know that you're not interested in this person. That, okay, you met them, you dated them, maybe you messed around with them, right? But you now know, okay, this is not the one for me. So what do? You do just like what anyone would do. You leave them where they're at and you continue on going. But instead, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people that you're talking to. But here's the thing, how are you able to juggle those things? How are you able to be truly intentional? Because what has drawn you in for this person? What draw you to that person? Some type of liking. Okay, what type of liking was it? Can we all tally it and say, well, what you like about this person isn't the same things that you like about that person? Okay, but let's get real with ourselves and say, okay, what is important to us? What really matters? What do I see in my future? What do I want? What do I need? You tally it and you say, okay, well, this person doesn't have that. This person lacks this person isn't it. Okay, you round it down. Okay, that is like, I guess what people would consider dating around, right? Trying to see what they like, what they don't like. But there's that too. When we're dating around, right? You're talking to multiple people or you're open. So people know it as being a bachelor. You're just open. You're not here to make a decision quite yet, but you have a selection. But being intentional in that is important, because you can't say have this selection and say you're not making a decision when you're showing sort of like more favoritism to someone. Then it's not fair anymore. It's not fair to those other people. So what you do is you talk to them, you get to know them, and then you go home at the end of the night alone. Hi, how are you? Who are you? Tell me about yourself. Spend time with them. But that is it. Each one of them. but that is it. They should not be touching on you. They should not have any sort of physical interactions with you other than a handshake. I personally, I don't even really do hugs like that. It hasn't been really easy because we can go in for a pound, we can go in for a shake. Sometimes I'll give a hug, sometimes I won't. So that's what I'm saying, that's intimate. And nowadays people are very sensitive. You can give a hug to someone and automatically you're together. But that's not the truth. That's not the case. So keeping it very cordial, in a way professional with every one of them. Because people are delusional. People can be unintentionally. Now, if we were to be intentional, mature, spiritually and physically, we would say, okay, well, first off, we would wait. We would be patient, right? Because there's no rush. What's meant for us will come. We don't have to worry about us getting older. I don't know, your fountain running dry. Like, these are the things I hear. Whatever the case you fear, it's all in your head. And then when you really think about it, a lot of people are down with that attraction. Okay, well, if you're down to attract, why put that out into the universe, right? That fear. Like, oh, I'm going to get old, so I'm not going to be desirable. Why do you have to think that way? It doesn't have to be that way. There's many, many, many gorgeous women and men that are mature in age, and they are fine, okay? They are just fine. Now you might be unlucky, but that's the thing. It's you want to put out the positive, right? It's not like everyone gets old and looks old. No. So you have a choice to either fear or believe. Now, again, this is all typical talk for me because this is things that I know we do and we shouldn't. Whereas logically, here's what it is. You meet someone. Can we envision this? You meet someone. Meeting just means you passed by. Oh, hello. You met them. I'm so-and-so. That's it, delusionals. That's it. It doesn't mean that, anything else but just what it is. You met the person. Okay? You met someone. You don't know them. You're not thinking anything. You're just like, oh, okay. Then you meet them again. And this time you have a conversation. Great. Perfect. By the end of it, they may or you may invite them out to an outing. You exchange numbers or emails. Great. See you next time. So what are you doing? Are you dating this person? No, you're not dating them. You're just meeting them. This is an acquaintance. You're getting to know them. That's it. That is all. But here's the thing, though. At least from your second time interacting with them, right? Because it Now you're exchanging things. You're agreeing to things. Are you interested? Are you interested physically? Because here's the thing. Physical attraction does matter. Does it make you who you are? No. But does it matter? Yes. I can look at someone, and the first thing that you should think of is, can I look at this? Does this sort of person interest me in my likings, right? My preference. I could bypass it, right? And just say, okay, well, you know, I'm just here to get to know the person. Doesn't matter what they look like. That's true too. But here's the thing. If you're a person that likes how the person looks, if that matters to you, then yes, you have to take it seriously. Because then you hear people say, well, I mean, I like her, but she's not attracted to me. Whoa. Now we're in the physical body, so it is important. It's important for the person to like all of you. Yes. You know, you hear someone say, oh, I had to grow to like her. I had to grow to love her. Whoa. Or I had to grow to like him. I had to grow to love him. Whoa. You had to grow? Was this an arranged marriage? Like, you had a choice, you know? But again, there's somewhere in there where it's like, okay, we can understand that because maybe they're not trying to judge you from the surface, right? They're just trying to get to know you. But let's be real. If we're with someone and we want a future with someone, would we not want someone that loves all of us? Like checking all the boxes. Someone in the background is probably like, that's so rare though. Okay, well, that's why we're talking about it. So we can put that out into the universe. Because even if it's rare, it's still the truth. It's still right. It's still better than someone settling or someone having to grow to like you or grow to love you or, you know, just put up with your looks or put up with your personality when really that's not their preference. Really, it just doesn't do it for them. You want someone that when they look at you, they get excited. Not just because of who you are, but because you look fine. You look good, okay? We're not talking about you got to have the perfect skin. Your hair has to be a certain way. No, they just like you. They just like how you look, right? They like your body. They like your shape, right? Preferably, you would want someone that loves all of you. When they ask the person, what drew you to this person? You want them to say everything. Everything. They check all the boxes. Mind, body, and soul. I'm attracted to the mind, body, and soul of this person. You understand? Isn't that so exciting? Isn't that just so gushy? Isn't that just so, okay? So, hey, it is what it is. Now, that's what you have to realize. Okay, I'm being intentional. Do I like what I'm looking at? Pause. Freeze. Do I like what I'm looking at? Because you don't want to look at someone and be disgusted. Like, oh, wow. Great. We're not talking about a little breakout and scar here. No, not that. Because grow up. We're saying just what you look like. That you can't change. Right, exactly. So, even before you give out your number or your email, before you agree to go out with this person, because understandably, you're being more intentional. This is the mature you. This is the higher version you, or at least you're working your way up to that version. That's the only way you can. With being this way, having to question these things, sit yourself down and know thyself. This is who you are. This is what I like. This is what I love. This is what I'll go for. This is what I need. This is what I want. Right. This is not the case of, now, here's the other thing. Depending on what you're looking for, if you're looking for a friend, then it should not matter too much. But even if it still does matter to you, then it matters to you. But you're looking for a friend, okay, let that be known. But that's not what we're talking about, are we? No. We're talking about someone that you want to see a future with, someone that you want to share all your time with. I said all your time, not sometimes, all of it. Because again, we're not bouncing, we're not jumping. We don't have just any and everybody. They don't have access to us. No, certain individuals do. The value of ourselves. This is mature us. This ain't kid us. This ain't teenager us. This ain't the beginning of our 20s us, where we just don't know ourselves. We're trying to get to know. No. We're playing around and this and that, and we, This is like, okay, we've opened this door to really mature. We're open to it. And we want to be taught by it. We want to be taught and know what's all in this room, the opportunities, the possibilities. This door is labeled maturity. Not age, just maturity. And so the possibilities are endless in every direction. Your relationships, yourself, your work that you do. Those opportunities will start presenting itself. Now becoming this version, elevating in the spirit. And once it is spiritually, it also pours out in the physically. So we're not bouncing from people to people. We're not having 2, 3, 4, 5 girls and boys and, no, guys, we're not doing that. We shouldn't be having, see, for me, I've always had maybe 8 contacts, no more than 12 or 13. You know what I mean? It's always been very, very low. And that includes my job numbers. Yeah, not a number, numbers. So I have to speak typically outside of myself. We shouldn't be having hundreds of contacts. Whoa, you're famous. You're popular. It's do you want to be? Because I don't want to be. And I'm also not. So I like my quiet. I like my privacy. I like myself. I value myself more. And that helps me to be patient. You know, it helps me to not feel desperate or feel I'm missing out or in fear of anything. So that's questionable. You know, it's questionable to know someone has so many contacts. Because again, I'm also a person that's not going to hold you in my phone if I know I don't see you in my future, if I know we're not compatible. And I also am not going to keep you around if I'm turning over a new leaf, if I'm maturing, where I'm not going to give my body out to just anyone and everyone. That's not who I am. That's not who I should be and who I'm becoming. So we're going to skirt. We're going to stop that. That's the being more intentional. That is the mature Allie. That is the spiritual, evolved, working our way to our highest self version. So yes, sir, nice to meet you. In your head, you're thinking like, wow, this person is flattering to the eyes too. Yeah. And so you exchange your email, your phone number, depending, and we go from there. But this person is an acquaintance, okay? Because we don't know this person. Right now, they're just flattering to look at. Great. Okay? And you get good energy the first time you've seen the person, and now the second time. So it's just, okay, yeah. And we go from there. Now, here's the thing. When you're intentional, more evolved and mature, not perfect, but you're better than yesterday, and you definitely want to be. So you make sure to note that I should be giving all of my all to this person. That my focus is on getting to know this new person in my life. That's it. That is it. Because if this person is not someone that I'm taking serious, right, and I'm looking left, I'm looking right, I'm giving this person also my attention, my number, you know, for a potential, like you're lining it up. Excuse me. It's like you're taking applications like high school. How are you going to focus? You're going to say, oh, well, this week is designated for you, and then this week is designated for him, and this week, wait. No, sir. No. That was when you were in your 20s or when you were younger. We're not doing that. See, this is Allie's philosophy. We're not doing that, sir. I just said you're talking to one person. You're getting acquainted with one person at a time. Remember, we're turning over a new leaf, trying things different to see different outcomes, one at a time. And that's the thing. You may realize that this is the one. Ain't no one at a time. This is just one. That's the one. You don't got to look no further, sir. Ma'am. But regardless, this is an acquaintance. So you're getting to know them, okay? Well, you look forward, like back in the day, you look forward to that phone call. You look forward to the next time you see them because you don't have that much access. You see, back then, you didn't have that access. You had to be home to receive that call. And then if you missed it, you were checking that voicemail. You were checking your answer machine. That's what it was called, okay? And let's say cell phones did come out. Well, they were very small where you ain't text messaging no one. You're just going to call them. Ain't no call me, sir. I want to hear your voice. You're going to hear the person's voice more than anything back then. So that's where you need to take it back. Take it back. You look forward to that person because you're not given access. Now you have the freedom to have this access, but then you didn't have that freedom. But let's just say that just because you have the freedom don't mean that you got to use it. Control yourself, young boy. Control yourself. Young boy. Control yourself, girl. Control yourself. Take control. So we're looking forward to meeting this person. Now, yes, some of us like me, you know, I'm in a weird place in my life where I'm figuring myself out. So I've been guilty of this. I would give my number out and plan something, but plan it like a month later. Like, no. If you want to be intentional, we don't do that. Because what's the whole point of all of this then, right? You're asking for the person to look elsewhere. Common sense. See that? So my issue is that not that I wasn't being intentional, but that I was being more intentional with myself versus toward that person, right? And me being intentional with myself was, hey, I got things that I have to deal with. I have things that I'm taking care of in myself. But if I was being more intentional with the person as well, I wouldn't have planned anything. I would have just kept it at, hey, how you doing? See you next time. Just a hey and a hi. See you when I see you. We'll have conversation then. But to plan something when I know that I'm trying to be more intentional with myself, whereas that sort of intention calls for self, isolation, spiritual evolving, God, Father, all those things where there's not time. I don't have time with that other person, right? So that's just giving you a personal example that no. This is different. This is being intentional and working on you with that person, right? You moving away from a place of isolation. But if you're still in that place, stay in that place until you're ready. We can't open that door yet. But until then, we need to be reminded so that we can be ready. Be already prepared. Be already in the knowing. Amen? So you look forward to meeting this person, and they look forward to meeting you. How exciting, right? You tell your friends, like, oh, well, we don't have friends. But you tell God, you say, oh my God, I'm really excited. I have high hopes. I'm hoping for the best. That's it. We're not delusional. We're just, I hope for the best. I hope this person is decent. And I leave it to you, Father. Because again, this is not the old us. This is not the young us. This is the mature, evolved us where we do want to hope. We do want to hope in the Father and put it all to the Father. Give it all to Him. That's it. We don't want to control nothing. Woo! We don't want to be delusional. We don't want to take it in our own hands and be expecting things. No. No, that's very immature of us. We've already been through those stages and been disappointed. For what? For what? So, Father, you know what's up. I don't see, that's the thing. You don't really gotta say nothing, but you know it's not even about that. It's about, you know, the love and the value and the consideration that you have for him being in your life. Okay? He in your life. Don't take it for granted. Like, just because he's there for you, or you know he's there, you better talk to my Father. Don't be just walking past him like, oh yeah, he's there. I know he's there. No, you need to talk to him. You better acknowledge my Father. Okay, so that's how I feel about it. It's just like, yeah, because people could think like, oh well, God knows my heart. God already knows what I need. God already knows what I want. And this comes from someone that don't ask the Father of nothing, right? Like I'm not an asker, but there's a difference. What I'm saying is just talk to him. Talking and asking is two different things. So I'm telling you, well, I'm actually telling you, don't be asking for so much neither, actually. Don't be asking my Father stuff. But you could talk to him, though. You could acknowledge him. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. So, Father, I just hope, it's just more like you just reflecting, right? You just reflecting. Like, you know how we getting ready and stuff, and we feeling ourselves, and we just, you know, we could be like, oh, yeah, ooh, you look nice, you know, like you look good and stuff. It's like one of those affirmation things where it's just like, Father, I just hope for the best. You know, I'm decent. I'm trying to be better. I am getting better. I will be better. And of course, I wouldn't expect anything less. You know, just as I'm maturing. I know that person. I'm sure that person knows what time it is, because I mean they met me. Okay, I know that in the universe, in my direction, they met me. So what was that? Was that a coincidence? No, it wasn't. Anyways, this is not delusional. This is just being straight up. Like, what's up? So anyway, you looking forward to it, and you see, here's the thing. You're intentional. That's the key core, because you're not talking to no one else. Talking just means you're not meeting no one else. Ain't nobody calling you like, hey, can I see you? I don't know you, worker of iniquity. I never knew you. So there's no one there. It's a block. The door's closed. The door is closed. See, that's the thing. You're not controlling any of these things. These doors are opening. So nothing is a coincidence. You met this person, people say by chance. Listen, universe, you get it. We get it. We get that, what that means, that I didn't go on no dating app to like pick out who I think look good and who I think suits me better. No. With the deep voice. No. Are you kidding me? I just said we're turning over a new leaf. I just said we're maturing. I just said, you don't want me to say your age, because it really don't matter. But god dang, we getting older. So this is not us yesterday. Why are we doing those same things? I just said, let God take the wheel. Wouldn't you want him to? Finally. He probably like, finally, because I know what's best for you. I have created someone for you. I'm the one that wants to give you a prosperous future. And if you take it, and if you always think you want to control things, just like men be like, let me do it. Kick your feet up. Okay, yeah. Just like women be like, oh, I want to be soft. Okay, well, let them lead. And this man is a man. My Father is the Father of fathers. Let him lead. Especially if you got a father. Let him be in your life, girl. Let him be in your life. Stop playing with me. So yeah, I'm like, yeah, Father. Yeah. Take the wheel. As tough as a person may feel that I am, please. I ain't no fool though. When it comes to my future, when it comes to my soul and who I am, look around. My fruit should tell you, ain't nothing really tough about me. I know who is my Lord. I know who is my Father. I am obedient. I know who I love. And I am soft and gushy and lovable to those things. Now, if you're a worker of iniquity, shoot, what do I owe to you? What you need? Exactly. So, yeah, you don't want to be foolish. If you're in the presence of a God, in the presence of a man, right? Or for a man, if you're in the presence of a godly woman, just like a woman that's decent. I know it's sad because I said decent. You don't even get decent in this world, so I had to say decent. Of course she's gonna be exceptional, but just she at least meets decency. Like there's only 1% that reaches decency. You understand that? And that 1% is exceptional. Because ain't nobody even decent. Anyway, so yes, if you're in the presence of a godly, evolved, matured yeah, person, how exciting. And then they also look really good on the surface, right? That's all I'm saying. Like, wow. Check, 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 check. 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 Yeah. So, again, being intentional, wanting to mature, this is the path. Showing the universe, showing God that you're ready, right? In your eyes. Of course, you're not ready for the things he has in store for you until you are in his eyes. But at least you are awake enough to come to this point in your life where it's just like, okay, I am ready for whatever you have in store for me. I am ready for you to take control. I am ready to give it all to you. I am ready to have full faith in all of it, right? In every endeavor in my life. Like my mind, my body, my soul, my job opportunities, my love life. Okay? Because again, until then, keep your legs closed. Okay? Keep it closed. Because that's a big thing. You know, for someone to have the privilege, Lord knows, for someone to have the privilege to go inside of you, it's a privilege, okay? Because again, we're turning over a new leaf. We said, stop, freeze. It's no longer open. Shout out to the ones that had the privilege. But you stop it right here. And you say, from this moment on, right, the vow, I wait for you, Father. You see that? You see how I made a vow when I was 24? I said, I'll wait for you, Father. Someone said, that was it? Yeah, that was it. That's all I said. I said, I make this vow to just wait for you. Whatever that really meant. It just meant the obvious, right? Like, I'll just wait for you. And so this is what it meant without me having to say it, that like, I give it all to you. I'm patient. I am obedient. I will wait until, you know, you bring someone in my life. When I actually know, right? Because you'll know those things. You just know it. So we talk about the soul and the spirit and the energy, relying on those things to make our decisions now. Not walking in the flesh, The flesh is a bonus, right? Like, oh, okay, this person looks flattering to the eyes. That's even better. Check, 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 check. But if the energy ain't right, then I already know it ain't gonna last. If we're not compatible and we can't speak and my spirit can't open up, it's not going to last. This wasn't us yesterday when we were just giving our bodies away. Because that meant we were dealing with people that weren't compatible, didn't need to be, had messed up energies, was probably dark and wretched. Yeah, disgusted, just disgusted. But it's okay, right? Like, they got more from the situation than we did, but we put a stop to it. Freeze. Freeze. You know, and they fall away because we moving forward. Of course they're not in our phone. Of course they're not in our fate, like future fate, future destiny. Of course not. We just talked about this. You should be like me, a deleter. So yes, why would they be in your phone if they were only there for one thing? They did not have any soul connection to you. They were not compatible, and your spirit was like, hell no. But your body was probably like, yeah, okay, I can slide you in. Barely. That's the thing. Here's the thing, for me at least. If I gave my body away, they barely made it through the door. Meaning it was not pleasurable at all. So that's even worse. What was it all for? Again, they got their reward. But what'd you get? What were you left with? Yeah, exactly. Don't play with your life. Let's not play with our soul, our spirit, and our body and our mind. Not again. Not again. Because we might not be that lucky next time. You get what I'm saying? You might have gotten something from it. But it definitely wouldn't have been anything high. Pause. They done got rewards, fountains of youth, garden fruit, richness, and life from you. And then what you got? Death and sickness from them. You might not get that lucky. So again, we closing that door. That's, come on, close it. About face. Release. So again, all of it's pushing you to this moment. All of this should be like not a new thing. It should just be like a graceful thing where you've made it to this place with your sanity and your health and your youth and life still in you, that no one sucks you dry. Because you know they try to suck the energy. They try to suck everything from you. I'll leave it there. Pause. So, being more intentional, talking to one person, that's it. Because why'd you meet me then? What you want my number for if you knew that you was going to get her number, this number, his number? What? His number? Excuse me? You want to tell me something? Because I just seen you give his number. What are you doing? You giving out numbers to just anybody? We giving our numbers out to animals too? Oh, okay. Yeah, no. Yeah. I don't know. if you're talking to one person, which you should be, because again, I don't think I gotta say it again, you're taking yourself seriously. You ain't even looking for friends, so what you giving all your number for? Like, one person. And until I'm out of your life, that's when you can move on. Like, that's when you can do you, boo. But it wouldn't make sense if I'm in your life, right? So that's what I mean. Sometimes y'all be driving people to be delusional or asking for it, because it's just like sometimes you may confuse a person where it's just like, truthfully, they're not wrong, right? If you are talking to someone and let's just say you're mature, if you're talking to someone, it wouldn't make sense to find out that you're talking to multiple people. Only because, yes, you're mature and you're taking yourself seriously, so you say. Or if you said that you were intentional, then something doesn't seem right. Something doesn't make sense. So that is why, you know, you may think someone's being delusional, but really they have a right to, because they thought something, or they felt they knew something. But it wasn't them, it was you. It was that you were handling it unintentionally. You were not being serious. Anyway, so you talk to this one person, you're getting to know them, you're getting acquainted. That's it. Once we meet, right, whether it's just a talk on the phone or a video chat or meeting face to face, however you want to do your encounter, you want to do it face to face, obviously, for energy purposes, if you're taking them seriously and you, okay, you want to see if this person's in your future. You want to see if this person can be someone that you can tolerate and just enjoy. You meet them face to face, and you find out, okay, well, I mean, they're a nice person, but they're not for me. Why they're not for you? Because you're taking yourself seriously and you're being mature and you're allowing your soul and your spirit to guide you. And your spirit is saying, nah, she's cool though. You know, she's cute. I could have messed with her when I was younger and not so mature and just messed with her because she looked good or she got this, she got that, but nah. I want it to be all the boxes checked. She needs to stimulate my mind, body, soul. Body, mind, soul. Body, mind, soul. But oh, she just stimulated my mind, but not my body or my soul. Or she just stimulated my body, not my soul or my mind. Okay, well, that's enough. That's enough for you to know. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. However you want to, you know, do the dang thing. End the situation. But that's the thing, like, don't keep this person around if you have this door open and you're open to receive that one for you. Let's be honest, okay? Just like certain men, they don't want women to have guy friends. Okay, well, this ain't a childhood person from the past. So there's no reason, because again, there's no reason to keep this person around if they don't stimulate your mind or they don't stimulate your soul and they just stimulate your body. Well, we already know there's no reason to stay around that person if you're just physically attracted to that person. We know that's temptation, physical temptation. No. And then let's say this person stimulates your mind or your soul. Okay. And you say, oh, maybe this person could be my friend, be our friend. There shouldn't be a problem with, okay, when you do meet your one, you will remember like, oh, I have this person that I met and they're into the things we're into, right? Stimulating the mind and the soul. So there should be a communion. Okay, we can have a fellowship then. Okay, all of us. That's it. That is it. Like strictly, like, oh, this person seemed like a cool person. Now they're not for me, but but I'll remember you one day if you choose to keep this person's number, or you may meet them again, right? You may work with them, or you may know exactly where they'll be, so where when you find the one, there's those opportunities. Y'all could reunite, and now you guys have a friend, a genuine friend. So that's it. You see that, okay, this person's not it, you move on. And guess what? You get to meet someone else. Ha 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 ha. You get to meet someone else, yeah. But you did it the right way. You gave all your attention and your energy to this person. You should be proud of yourself. Because I know you feel mature. I know you do. Stop playing with me. You feel mature. You feel like a man. You feel like a good man. A godly man. A man that your granny raised. Yeah. A man that your granny's proud of. Yes, you feel like a woman. You feel like a mature woman. You feel like a godly woman. You feel like an evolved version that you're becoming. Yeah. And you like that reflection. You feel good about yourself. You feel good that you was good to the ladies. Yeah, you was good to the lady. Be nice to the ladies. Okay? You were being good to the men. Okay? You weren't being overly masculine. Right. So you were good. You did good. You did good, kid. So the universe will eventually, as we know how it works, right? When you think that you like someone and that doesn't work out, someone always comes along. It's weird. I know. It's crazy. I know. Or I don't know what it is. You can just find something that you like about someone. Who knows? But regardless, they come. They come. And we ain't talking moths to a flame, because we got to watch out for them. Those be strategic. Like those, think of those sort of ones like, they planned it. Like invaders. No. We got to be careful of our fans. Like, are you a fan, or do you want to really get to know me? That's a good topic right there. Are you a fan? Like, are you only having interest in me because you heard about me? Huh? Are you interested in me because, like, you know who I am? That's the thing. You just got to be mindful of that. Because that's all right, but it's just, okay, do you like me for me? Or do you like me because of who I am? So, not the moths to the flame thing. Because that's the thing. Everyone is going to come to the light. Right? Very attractive men. Very attractive women. And not so attractive women. And not so attractive men. Mindful men. Soulful men. And not so soulful men. Not so mature men. So it's like all people are going to be attracted to the light. So that's what I mean. You have to allow your spirit and your soul to judge, to take that front seat. Like when you come into an interview, who are they meeting right now? What version? The spirit. Dead serious. Stern with it. Yeah. How you doing? Not judging you from my eyes, where it's just like, oh my God, I'm so nervous. Oh my God, it looks so they're out of my league. No. They are not out of your league. Because this person is a lawyer, is a doctor. Who cares? Who cares? See, we're not judging from the worldly eyes. We're not judging. See, in the world, they have status. They have favoritism because of those things. But you're different. And you're wanting to approach the situation differently to get different results. You want a person to see you for who you are, right? You don't want them to see you for what they've heard. You don't want them for what they have. You see? Just like I wouldn't want someone to want me because I am my father's daughter. Amen. I wouldn't want someone to want me just because they want to get close to God. Again, I understand, brother. I would want to too, but that's not right. Stay away from me if you don't like me. No. See, that's the thing. There's a difference between like the title. Like, yeah, I'm my father's daughter. Yes, I'm God's daughter, but I'm also Alizé. Okay? So like how I am with my father is different than how I am when I'm with you. So which one, because they're all going to be different. So you got to like me, because you're not going to get that same energy. You're not going to get, I don't know what you're looking for, but that's what I mean. You're going to be in a rude awakening, because just because, using different examples, but just because you're dating someone that has status or some type of, I don't know, say a lot of money, doesn't mean you're going to reap those rewards. You're going to reap that. You're going to, no. But we know that people do get into situations and relations and marriage and things for benefits. But hey, that's typical talk, because that's not going to happen. You know why? Because my father knows your intentions. And we also talk to him. Like, we pretty much, quote unquote, pray about it. Like, please, Father, if they don't have good intentions for me, like, cut them out of my life. Like, waver them away. Let them shrivel up and fade away, right? If they don't have good intentions, get them out of my life. And that's the thing. You don't know who it is, and then you just see people just kind of like fading away. Great. You don't question it, because you remember, like, oh, I asked for this. And not even if you asked for it, just the fact that you got a father that cares about you, loves you. Don't play about you. Those things. So yeah, dead. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It's just all in that, right? All in what lies in that truth, to mature and be intentional with everything, especially again with the prime topic, your relations, having that sort of fulfillment with someone other than yourself, getting to know that sort of fulfillment, getting to know that sort of completion, because man is not created to be alone, but we want to be with someone that is worth it, someone that loves us, cares about us, adores us. Yeah, adores us. Because here's the thing. You be with someone that likes you, loves you, but don't adore you. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. To me, when a person doesn't really adore you, well, here's the thing. I mention adore because to me, when someone adores you, it's just like, it just sprinkles little glitter, little sprinkles already on the cake, where there's cherries and there's fruit and there's whipped cream. This is an ice cream cake. Okay, so there's already like chocolate breadcrumbs. There's already chocolate crumbs. There's already like that red syrupy strawberry taste candy. So it's just the sprinkles. And, to adore someone is to adore them. That's it. Google it. But overall, I'll just say being more intentional and opening up that door, be ready for what God has in store. And I'll leave it there.